Now let's start the drawing sheet problems. First problems we are taking on rhombus. A rhombus having diagonals 70 mm and 40 mm is resting on VP on a corner contained by the larger diagonal. So we know that the diagonal of the rhombus are perpendicular bisector. So if this is a longer diagonal, if this is a longer diagonal, so this diagonal is of 70 and then the other diagonal is of 40. So this is perpendicular bisector, second diagonal. So this is of 40. So in this way you can construct a rhombus. So this is the rhombus of 70 by 40 diagonal. So this is 70 diagonal, sorry, this is 70 diagonal and this is 40 diagonal, and this will be a rhombus. This distance is 70 and this distance is 40, 70 by 40. This is the corner A, suppose A, B, C, D. So this is the rhombus. Now what happens, this rhombus is resting on VP on a corner contained by the larger diagonal. So AC is the larger diagonal. So AC is the larger diagonal. So let's A is a corner in the VP in such a way that it appears as a square in the elevation. So in the front view, in the elevation it appears as a square, that is in the front view it appears as a square. So this rhombus appears as a square. This means that in the elevation, this means that the surface is inclined to vertical plane. That's why in the vertical plane it look like as a square. Now what we will do, as we know that the surface is inclined to the vertical plane because the rhombus appeared as a square in the elevation, so that's why we make the surface parallel to the vertical plane, or we lie down the surface in the vertical plane, because we found out that the surface is inclined to the vertical plane. Now when I lie down this rhombus in the vertical plane, in the vertical plane it will look like as a true shape rhombus. So suppose this is XY line. Now I will draw the rhombus in the vertical plane with A as a separate point. So I will take this AC diagonal. So this is AC diagonal, and then I will take midpoint of this AC diagonal, and then I will take this AB diagonal, BD diagonal. So this distance is 70 and this distance is 40, right? So I will get A, B, C, D. So I will join this. So I got this A, B, C, D as a rhombus, right? So this is 70 midpoint, and this is 40, this is 20 on side above and 20 below. So in this way I will keep this rhombus in the vertical plane, and then I will project it. Now here I will get A, this B and D, and here I will get C. So this is my surface view in the plan. Now after that, when I turn this, because when I make the surface inclined with VP, inclination of VP is seen in the HP. So when we make inclination with this surface here, when we make this surface here inclined BD, then in the top, in the front view, that is in the elevation, it appears as a square, right? When it appears as a square, then what observations you will get? Then when you turn this inclination with VP, this BD diagonal is remaining parallel to the VP. This is the BD diagonal. Suppose when you turn like this BD remains parallel to the VP. So in the BD, only the BD diagonal remains constant. Its dimension is not going to change because this BD is remaining parallel to VP, while AC diagonal is turning and it is becoming inclined to the VP. So AC will become shorter and BD will remain as it is because BD is going to remain parallel to the VP. So this means that BD has a 40 length. So we will get a square of diagonals 40 by 40 because the diagonals of the square are equal. Diagonals of the square are equal and perpendicular bisector. So this remains 40 and this will also remain 40. So I will construct this square here of diagonal 40 by 40 and then I will find out this phi p inclination with VP because I directly don't know this what is this inclination. Instead of that I know that this rhombus appeared as a square. So I will construct this square first here in the elevation and then I will get inclination with VP. So I will project this. Then this diagonal is as it is. This is BD. This is of 40. Then this is also of 40. So this diagonal is 40. 20 on this side, 20 on this side. And then I will join this. So I will get a square. So this is A dash, B dash. I will say this is C1 dash. For your reference, this diagonal is becoming shorter, so I will name it is at A1 dash, C1 dash for your reference. Okay, so I will get this square, and then with respect to this square, I will find out the inclination with VP surface. So for that case, I will project this, and project this. And now this A is already on XY, so this is A is here, and so I will take this distance in the compass, and from this I will cut between this here, between this projector. So it will cut here. So AC and this BD will come here in this location. So this is BD. So what I have done, I have constructed the square, then I have projected it, and between this projector I will cut this line, that is surface line, from this A which is on XY on C, on this C projector. So I will get this inclination, that is phi p. I will measure it and find the answer, that is inclination with the VP. Now this first condition is satisfied. Then the second condition, what is given, the shortest diagonal is inclined to VP. So this is the shortest diagonal at an angle of 45 degree. Now this shortest diagonal, this is the shortest diagonal. Now this shortest diagonal is inclined to VP, right? So this is the shortest diagonal, it is inclined to VP. So what I have to do, I have to make its inclination with VP. Here I have to write down, instead of VP it should be HP. Make the correction, it should be in HP. So the shortest diagonal is inclined to HP. So this is the shortest diagonal and this is the shortest diagonal. This is the original shortest diagonal, and in the top view, in the elevation also it is remaining same, BD, because when you turn the surface inclined to VP, this BD coming parallel to the VP, so it never changes its length. Now in reconstruction method, generally what we do, in reconstruction method we will take this BD here, BD here at an angle of, it is inclined to HP at an angle of 45 degree. So I will have 45 degree, and then I will reconstruct this, and I will make this A dash, B dash, C1 dash and D1 dash, A1 dash, B1. I will construct this and then I will project it. Now instead of that reconstruction, now let's use the auxiliary plane method. So in auxiliary plane method, what we will do, we will take auxiliary plane directly inclined to this BD. I will extend this BD, and to this BD I will take this auxiliary plane inclined. Okay, now I will make a space here. You know the problem. So what I have done, to this BD I have extended, and I have taken new reference plane, that is x1 y1, and this is an angle of, what is that angle? It is 40 degree given in the problem. So at an angle of 40 degree, so I will take that, 45 degree angle. So this is 45 degree given in your problem. So I have taken this. So in this case it is not necessary to find the apparent angle, because this BD and this BD is same. So use it original angle 45 degree. And then on this XY line I will drop a perpendiculars. So every lines from this point should be perpendicular to XY. So I will drop a perpendiculars. So I have projected all the points on this XY. Now take the distances of this point from its previous view. This is our position procedure for auxiliary plane. For example, if I am projecting A, then previous view of A is this. It is on XY, so it will come on X1, Y1. So this will be my A. Then this is B. Previous of view is this B. So this distance, that is from the XY, this is XY line. So this distance from XY, this distance is taken in the compass, and from B, from this new X1, Y1 I will cut. So this will be my B. Then for C, so previous view of this C is this. This distance I will take in the compass, from this to this distance I will take in the compass, and from this new X1, Y1 on the projector of C I will cut here. So I will get C, then D, then previous view of D is this. This distance I will take in the compass, and from this I will cut here. So this D, so I get A, B, C, D. So I will join this. So this is my top view. This is front view and this is my top view. So in this way, by auxiliary plane method, I have solved this rhombus problem. So you practice it. Let's consider the second problem of drawing sheet. Hexagonal plane, 25 mm side, has one of its side on HP. So this is the hexagon. So this hexagon plane of 25 mm side, so each side is of 25 mm, has one of its sides on HP. Suppose this side is on HP, I will take this A, B, C, D, E, F as an hexagon. So one side I will take on HP, suppose this is the resting side, then AB, and inclined at 45 degree VP. So this line is inclined, this side is inclined to VP at 40 degrees, and the surface of the plane is inclined to HP at 35 degrees. The surface is inclined to HP and side is inclined to VP. So what do I have to do? As the surface is inclined to HP, I have to lie down the surface in the HP. So in the HP I will see the true shape of the hexagon. And we know that if it is a resting side, then in the true shape we always take resting side perpendicular to XY. So what I will do, I will first keep this surface in the HP. So in the HP I will have a true shape of hexagon with AB as a resting side perpendicular to XY. So my initial step will be, this is XY line. So I will lie down the surface in the HP. So in the HP I will have a true shape. So with AB side perpendicular to XY. So now I will construct here a hexagon with circle method. I have already explained the circle method. So what will be the radius of the circle here? Equal to the side of the hexagon. So I will draw a circle of radius 25. So I will draw here a circle of radius 25. So this is my circle, okay, and this is the horizontal diagonal and this is the vertical diagonal diameter, sorry, horizontal. So this is of radius 25. Then I have to construct a this hexagon with AB side perpendicular. So for that case I have to start marking from this vertical diameter. So from this I will take distance in the compass equal to 25, and from this top point I will cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, because to get a perpendicular side. So this will be a perpendicular side, this will be a perpendicular side, and then I will join this. So in this way I have constructed this hexagon with resting side AB. This is AB is coming perpendicular to XY. So AB, this is C, D, E, F. So I got this hexagon. So this circle is a construction line. This diameter are also construction. These all should be faint. Only your A, B, C, D, E, F, this should be sharp. Then I will project this. I will draw projector lines. So I got here A dash, B dash, this is C and F, so this is C dash, F dash, this is D and E, so this is D dash, E dash. So I will get this surface. Okay, so this is the surface of this hexagon. Now this surface is inclined to HP, this surface is inclined to HP at 35 degree. So surface is inclined to HP. So I will make this surface inclination 35 degree. Surface of the plane is inclined to HP. So I will take this A dash, B dash point here, and here I will take 35 degree inclination. So this is theta is equal to 35 degree. On this I will take this distance, cut here. This is my D dash, E dash. This distance I will take in the compass, cut here. So this is my C dash, F dash, and then I will project this. These are the perpendicular lines to XY, and from this I will draw lines A and E, B, D and C. These all line from A pass through E, line from B pass through D, and now I will get the corresponding points. So this A with this A, so this is A, B with this D point, B, C with this C, C, D from this D, D, then E with E, F with F. So I get A, B, C, D, E, F. So I will join this, I will get hexagon in the top view. So this is my top view. Okay, so I have got the top view. Now second condition is what? Has one side on HP. Which is the side on HP? AB is the side on HP. A dash B dash. So this is X on XY. So AB side is on the HP. So this AB side, which is on the HP, that's why it is on XY. So this side is inclined to VP at 40 degree. So what we will do, either I will take this AB, turn it and reconstruct this hexagon and project it. You will get here front view, or otherwise you can go by auxiliary plane method. In auxiliary plane method, I know that to this AB I have to take auxiliary plane. So to this AB I have to take auxiliary plane. So I will take this auxiliary plane inclined to AB, inclined to AB. This is new auxiliary plane x1 y1 inclined to this AB at what angle? 40 degree. So this is 40 degree. It is not necessary to find a beta angle here because this AB is resting side, so it is remaining constant. So it is never changes length. So this is not apparent length. This is original length. So original length. And then on this x1 y1, draw perpendicular from each point. That is the projector. So what I have done? I have drawn perpendicular from A, B, C, D perpendicular to XY, and now I will take a previous view distance. For example, A is projected, previous view of this A is this. It is on XY, so it will be also on XY, that is on X1, Y1. So this is A dash, then this B is projected, previous view of B is this, it is on XY, so this will be also on XY. So this is B dash, then the C is projected, previous view of C is this much distance I will take in the compass, and from this C, from this x1 y1 I will cut, so this is C1 dash. Then D, this D is projected, previous view of this D is this, take its distance from xy and cut from new x1 y1 on D projector from this, so this will be D dash. Similarly, E is projected, previous view of this E is there here, so take this distance in the compass and from new x1 y1 from this cut this, so this will be E dash. Then I have to mark D dash here, D dash. So D dash, E dash on the same distance. So I mark this on the same distance. Okay, so this is D dash, E dash. Now F, this is projected, previous view is this much distance I will take in the compass. I will cut here F dash. So I got A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, and again A dash. So I'll join this A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, F, and A. So I got this A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. This is front view. Why this is front view? Because this is top view. It is projected, it becomes front view. So that's why I will use A dash, B dash, C dash marking with dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, I will get front view. So in this way, without reconstruction figure and projecting it and getting front view here, I directly use auxiliary plane inclined to this AB at given angle and projecting this top view, taking its previous view distance, marking here, I get the front view. So in this way you can solve this problem, that is hexagonal plane problems. This is the second problems on assignment.